Right now, someone near you is about to yawn, and in about 17 seconds, so will you. You didn't choose this. Your brain didn't ask permission. Something older than language just reached into your body and pulled the trigger. You think it's about being tired. It isn't. The real answer is far stranger. Yawning has almost nothing to do with sleep. Researchers have measured it in athletes seconds before a race, in musicians before walking on stage, in soldiers before combat. None of them were tired. All of them were about to shift into a state of high alertness. So what is a yawn actually doing? Start with the mechanics. When you yawn, your jaw stretches wide, your lungs pull in a deep breath, and blood flow to your brain briefly increases. Neuroscientist Andrew Gallup, who has spent much of his career studying this exact behavior, proposed something called the brain cooling hypothesis. The idea is simple. Yawning acts like a radiator. It pulls cooler air in, increases blood flow, and drops the temperature of your brain by a fraction of a degree. That small shift is enough to change how alert you feel. Your brain isn't winding down. It's cooling itself so it can speed back up. This is why yawning spikes right before a transition. Falling asleep is a transition. So is waking up. So is stepping onto a stage. Your body doesn't distinguish between the two the way you'd expect. It just recognizes a shift is coming and prepares the machine. But that's only half the story. The stranger half is contagious yawning. You felt it. Someone yawns near you, and within moments, you're doing it too. You can't stop it. You can barely resist it. Why would evolution wire something so involuntary into your body? Go back further. Long before spoken language existed, your ancestors lived in small groups where survival depended on staying synchronized. A predator didn't announce itself. Alertness had to spread instantly, without words. Primatologist Franz de Waal documented contagious yawning across chimpanzees and bonobos and found it clustered most strongly among individuals with close social bonds. Family members yawned in response to each other far more than strangers did. This wasn't random mimicry. It was a signal moving through a group, tightening its coordination in real time. Think about what that means. A yawn spreading through a group of early humans wasn't a sign of laziness. It was a synchronization pulse. One member's brain adjusts its alertness, and the shift ripples outward, preparing the whole group to respond together. A yawn was never really about one person. It was about the group staying in sync when survival required it. This is also why yawning is tied so closely to empathy. Studies using fMRI scans have shown that the same brain regions responsible for recognizing others' emotional states light up during contagious yawning. Psychologist Elizabeth Cerulli found that people who yawn more in response to others tend to score higher on measures of empathy. Children under 4 almost never catch a yawn. Neither do most people with certain neurodevelopmental differences that affect social bonding. The behavior isn't just physical, it's social. It's a marker of how tightly your brain is wired to mirror the people around you. So the sequence looks like this. 300,000 years ago, small human groups needed a way to shift alertness together, instantly, without speech. Evolution repurposed an existing cooling reflex and turned it into a social signal. Over time, the behavior became linked to empathy circuits because groups that could synchronize emotionally survived better than groups that couldn't. What started as a way to cool the brain became a way to bind a tribe together. Now bring it back to today. You're in a meeting. Someone yawns. Within seconds, 3 other people do too. It feels like nothing. It feels like boredom. But underneath it, an ancient synchronization system is still running exactly as designed. Your nervous system is reading the room and matching its state to the people in it, the same way it would have on a savanna surrounded by threats you couldn't yet see. You can even test the ancient wiring yourself. Try yawning in front of a stranger who dislikes you. Researchers have found the contagion rate drops sharply. Try it with someone you love. It spreads almost instantly. Your body is still measuring social closeness the exact way it did hundreds of thousands of years ago, using a reflex you never noticed was doing the measuring. There's something almost unsettling about that. A behavior this automatic, this universal, running quietly underneath every yawn you've ever had, and you never once asked what it was for. You assumed it meant tired. It never did. So the next time you catch someone else's yawn, notice it. That small, involuntary pull in your jaw isn't fatigue talking. It's a 300,000-year-old signal, still firing, still syncing you to the people around you, whether you notice it or not.